when everyone looks towards like scaling their offer, the first thing that everyone looks at is, okay, what can I do with the funnel? But the funnel is the least most fucking important part, if I'm being honest. Like, it's about what's behind the funnel that people truly can see is what matters, right? And I'll explain it to you. Here's how I use one funnel to print anywhere between 100 to 600 grand a month. Not because of the damn fucking color of the funnel design, but because of what you have behind the funnel. Because without this thing that I'm specifically talking about, right? You just literally have a body of a car with no fucking engine. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. Like, most people, they come in and they see like a funnel, or they'll just look at someone specifically that's doing a lot of money, right? And they'll just try to copy their funnel. They're like, okay, cool. Like, they're running a VSL funnel, they're running a webinar funnel. This is what you have to run to make the most money, right? And what starts to happen is other people start to catch on, and other people start to do it. And then other people start making money with that funnel. And people start to think like, oh, okay, like this is the way to go. Like, this is how you create that funnel, or this is how you make more money. But also as well, that's what I'm going to tell you. That's also the same reason why you never see people copying other people's funnel and then make more money. They always make less. And that's why 95% of people actually don't scale, because you're just copying the outer shell. You have no engine in your business. And this is going to be what a lot of people don't want to hear, right? People copy funnels because it's the easiest thing to copy, honestly. It is, right? You can easily copy the funnel setup, right? Okay, where's the video? Are we using a button? Are we not using a button? How big is the button? Are we using a typeform embed? Like, what are we specifically doing, right? They take the funnel design. Okay, cool. Like, these funnels that have graphics in the back perform better. I promise they do. If we put this same looking alert on the top, it's going to do better. I promise it will do. And then we could just copy the fucking color scheme. If we make it black, right? If we make it black and blue, it'll definitely fucking print. Fucking no, dumbass. Like, that's not what fucking pushes it forward, right? Then they start looking at real and detailed things like, okay, the VSL is 10 minutes. We have to make a 10-minute VSL. That's what's converting the best. The CTA has to say apply now, not book a call. That's going to convert the best, right? All the shit that you look at and it's easy to copy, because you're going to want, your brain is going to put you in a place to where you want to do something that's the most productive, right? You want to do something that makes you feel like you're getting a lot done, and you're going to do that. But that's not what fucking works. And you know what it is? What scales the offer is not always the sexiest thing. It's actually not sexy at all. Like, everybody knows you take a funnel, you turn your funnel into a bad bitch. I'm talking black background, right? White popping font words. But the thing is, it's the shit that scales is shit that's not sexy, dog. And y'all got to realize that shit. And a lot of things that make, now we're talking in terms of just not the outside shell, we're talking about the engine now. A lot of shit that makes that shit pop, right? A lot of shit that makes that shit pop is, one, is your offer fucking good, right? Like, because like, we're starting to get to the point where it's like, okay, cool, everyone's selling coaching. But what do you have outside of just the coaching? How many results are you actually getting people, right? And you want to know what makes a fucking funnel sexy? The type of fucking testimonials you have on that bitch. You know what I mean? You can't copy testimonials. You can't copy that. You can copy a blue color button, but you can't copy testimonials. And that's why my funnels will out-convert yours, because I make sure I have a fuck ton of testimonials on mine, right? The best type of testimonials you should be using is, and a lot of people, they just think their testimonials like you screenshot a Discord and then you're fucking game. Like, you're all good to go. Like, you can't just fucking steal any fucking screenshot from a Discord. The top tier of testimonials, the way you want to run it, is you want to have those interviews on top, right? Always, 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 always get interviews, right? After interviews, then you go for the selfie videos, right? And then after selfie videos, the worst thing, and it's not the worst because it's still a testimonial, is any screenshots, right? And they're best, and they're listed from best to worst, because simply that is just on how believable it is, right? Because based on, cool, I have a interview of me and a student sitting down talking. That's the most believable thing, right? That's something that we have. But back into it, you have to make, that's not going to be possible. You're not going to get those type of testimonials to put on your funnel, right? For your funnel to stand out, for all you funnel nerds out here, you're going to need a good product, dog. Like, you have to be able to know that people can come in and people can actually get XYZ result, and how you can over deliver. If you're out here sitting and telling people you can make them X amount of money in X amount of days, which you shouldn't, that shit's like, will get you fucked by the FTC, by the way. You need to be able to over deliver. You need to have shit that is not in there. Like, for example, one offer, bro, I'm starting to legitimately roll out AI, right? I'm starting to roll out like AI fulfillment, to where they can talk to X content creator or coach by just taking all of their shit and just turning it into an AI, right? Shit that hasn't been seen before, dog. Like shit that will literally people want and the perceived value is high as well. Because I promise you, 99% of people, they don't have a funnel problem, right? Sometimes they don't have a traffic problem. They have an offer problem. Like your offer has to be so clear and it has to be able to solve that solution of the pain. Very simple stuff, very simple shit, right? It has to sell itself. You just have to be guiding, right? A lot of people, you come on and you build a funnel to sell. I don't build a funnel to sell. I build a funnel to just push someone to a sales call or push someone onto a webinar, right? You make the offer sell them. The offer should be doing the selling. Your sales team will love you if you do that. And then what's going to also, you're going to start to see like a lot of this deals with like how good is your product, because another thing too as well is just the face of the brand matters a lot on the funnel too as well. Like I can't stress this enough, but I can take someone that is fucking hated by their whole audience and I can take someone that is loved by their whole audience, and the person that's going to do better is the one that just has more social proof, right? The person that's done more for themselves, and then after, right, it's going to be the person that has done more for others. The only way you can do something for others is by having a lot of testimonials in place, right? The type of shit that you can't funnel hack and you can't copy, right? Personal results for yourself. Someone can steal my funnel, but no one can ever steal personal testimonials. No one can ever steal lives that have been changed on my offer, any offer I scale up, or any of your offers. It'll all be different. It'll all be different. And another thing you technically can't copy that is super important that you have, your fucking engine. This goes into the engine too as well. It's going to be a good ass fucking sales team, right? A good ass sales team. Like not some copy and paste fucking script ass sales team. You need some people that are fucking dialed into the T. I'm talking about people that come in, right? And you have an A player team. They're dialing people within 5 minutes, right? They're really bought in on the culture. They're bought in on the product. They're really going out of their way to sell people, right? If you don't have this, it's going to be very hard to scale. And I'm talking in terms of the sales team is on the ball, right? Like I said, they're contacting leads fast. Yes, that is a fucking prerequisite. But also as well, they're fucking dialed in on their follow-up game. Because they know 20 to 30% of the cash collected on the month from them can be through follow-up. So they're dialed in on follow-up. They're not just sitting around waiting for the next call. All right, cool, let me take it. They sit around and then wait for the next call. They're like, all right, cool, let me take it. They're fucking at their fucking desk and they're fucking hammering, right? They're taking calls, they're hammering the phones, they're doing everything they need to do. Also as well, a big thing, they can close colder leads. Like you don't understand how many sales teams, right, will just come in and only want to close the fucking smoking hot leads that come in and they don't want to talk to any other lead. If it's cold, they're acting like it's a fucking weird sandwich that they don't want to touch. They're like, oh, that shit's cold, right? They're scared of fucking money, right? Learn how to fucking have that team that comes in and does all of that stuff. And even these motherfuckers are even doing admin work so we can track data, right? So we can track data so we can know we can fix it. They understand the whole process and they're dialed in on it. That's some shit you can't fucking copy either because that's culture. Right? You have to literally build that yourself, right? No one can steal your fucking sales team. And these are things that, other than the funnel, right? This is the engine that makes it go. But, after that, then that's when we start to dive into best practices to show you like how I'm making $100 to $600 a month with one single funnel. So now that we went through all the boring stuff, the snooze fest, now we can go over how you can scale to where I've scaled to through just a simple call funnel. And pretty much the one I'm using to make a lot of my money across all of my clients now too as well. So I'm not the best drawer, but hopefully I can draw a fucking square. As you guys know already, we're just gonna have a simple video here with autoplay going on, right? And then also as well, rapid engage bar. Rapid engage bar for B2C, and if it's more B2B or just like advanced B2C, I call them B2C squared. I would use just like timestamps on it. But literally, this is what the VSL is going to look like. You're going to, of course, have a simple headline up here, right? And then you're just going to have your sub headline. And then after that, what you're going to run is what I've seen that's running best right now is just embed the Typeform application right under here and then have some copy that just says apply here. Then after that, you're going to have a bunch of your simple testimonials just right under, and then another just like button down here that sends straight up to the application page, right? And the reason why we do this is because I've actually seen reduced costs for book a call, sometimes even towards if average cost per call is like $150, doing this you'll start to see like a $120 120, 130-ish cost per call. And then after we have that, what that's going to look like on the next step, once they're filling out the application, of course, we're going to ask them their same exact questions, but then also in the type form, I'll just write it right here, right, that they're already going through. We're going to have the Calendly with 3 options to book a call, only 3 slots, right? So if it's Monday, we're only going to let them book a call on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, literally sometimes Monday, Tuesday, nothing else past that. And then pretty much what it's going to look like is this, and then they just press submit, and that submits the whole type form. So we don't do type form and then send to another page that goes to Calendly. We just embed the Calendly page into the type form, right? So we just put them all together, right? Once it does that, it's going to go ahead and send over to a confirmation page video. And on the confirmation page, up here, what I do, I'm like, thanks for the call, your stuff's not done yet, right? And then I'll just write some copy up here that says, please be by your phone to answer a call from my team. Then we'll just have a confirmation video. In this video, I like to just go over a lot of simple stuff like, okay, cool, we booked your call in. Someone from my team will be reaching out. Please look at your phone or we'll cancel your call, right? Also as well, we put a couple of things down here. Shout out Jerem and the Megalodon marketing team as well, but we do breakout videos down here. And what breakout videos are is we have a lot of frequently asked question videos below. And then also as well, what we do and what we run is we have a confirmation page still, no timer on that one. We just do an advanced timer. We're also going to put just like a screenshot of like the Calendly invite that they're going to press I know the sender, because if they don't do that, it won't pop up on their Google Calendar. And then as usual, we just drop testimonials right under. And then after that, I don't go too crazy on automations. Pretty much what I'll do after that is, they'll get their first email, right? I'll just write this over here. They get one immediate email. Can't fucking spell without this. One immediate email, and then also as well, they get one immediate SMS, right? And then pretty much after that, they're gonna get not an automatic, but it should be fucking automatic test from the setter, so they can go ahead and start calling them up, right? And then after that, with the email, pretty much I'm sending an email after they book a call every 6 hours, right? So, and I only send from the span of them booking a call to where they take the call, only 6 emails. That's it. And a lot of these emails are going to be value based, not just reminders. I put reminders in like the PS, but they're more so value based on just like going over testimonials, going over the business model, going over people that were kind of like them, right? So sending emails like that are the only automations that I'm really doing. I like to use the setter, right, to be able to go through and really be able to contact the leads and do a lot of, one-to-one like nurturing and warming. The next most important thing is just like how the sales team runs the SOP. So for example, I'm going to just do some drawings just to show you. So we have a lead that will come in, right? We have a lead that comes in, they just booked a call, right? We give this 1, 2, 5. Oh, I'm cleaning it. Look at this drawing. This is kind of crisp now. Anyways, the lead, we give them like 1 to 5 minutes, right? After we give them 1 to 5 minutes, we then have a setter that's going to go ahead and reach out to them in this time span. So when the setter is reaching out in 1 to 5 minutes, they're sending an initial message and it's going to be like, hey name, so you filled out an application, talking about what they put in the application, got a second to chat, and then they're going to call them twice, right? After they go ahead and they call them twice, they're going to get on a call with them, talk to them, make sure that they're qualified, right? And based on their scheduled time, right, they're going to just make sure they can show up for that time and then send them a lot of material before, like personalized, like testimonials that are stories related to their stories, and then also as well just like any sales assets related to their stuff. Also as well, based on their time booking, right, we sometimes move their times around. So like for example, if they're scheduled for Wednesday, right, and it's Monday, if they're a really good lead, fuck it, let's just be like, yo, we got some openings for today, are you free to take the call today? And then we move them up, so that way we just continue to just like move cash flow up and then decrease the risk of the shows, right, like no shows happening. And then after that, another thing we do to nurture leads up is when we're running ads, what we can then do is we can send them like frequently asked questions content. Pretty much you just take
all the page views, honestly, if your audience, if you don't book that many calls in, take all the page views and retarget them with just a bunch of content that just goes over like testimonials, goes over results, goes over, extra explanations of the business model. So pretty much what that'll look like, right, is just, let's say like this is the confirmation page. So everyone that gets hit by this page, we're just gonna retarget all of these guys, right? And just hit them with a bunch of different like frequently asked questions videos. So that way we can get them to book a call. But what also happens is everyone that watched this page obviously has booked a call too as well. So a lot of these booked a call guys just get just more content just retargeted to them. So their interest level continues to rise up. And honestly, if you're doing that, that's literally all you need to do to be able to scale up to anywhere to 100 to 600 grand a month.
But yeah, that's about it. If you guys are interested in anything, check out everything I have in the link in the description. If you guys want me to go ahead and scale your offer, or you guys want to learn exactly how I scale up offers so you can make that type of money for yourself too as well. But until then, I will catch you guys on the next one. I have a lot of fucking shit to do. Peace. Love you guys.